Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is me live from my bedroom. There's my super cool closet. And today we are going to be taking a look at quartic and cubic functions. Today we are going to be taking a look at examples A through C. Alright, so for this first option, we have option A, and our learning target is to be able to use finite differences. For this problem, we are given this chart, and we have to figure out which model is better, a cubic model or a quartic model. And for finite differences, you can't immediately plug these numbers into a stat plot. First, you have to narrow them down, is what I like to say. First, you have to take negative 17, subtract that from negative 15, negative 11 from negative 17, so on and so forth, and you end up with negative 2, 6, 50, 154, 342, 638. Okay, and once you get your finite differences, you want to plug them into your stat plot. You don't have to worry about the zero at the front. You just plug in 1 through 6 and negative 2 to 638. You go to stat, calc, go to quartreg, and you get negative 9.07. You get this. That's the quartic, and the line of regression is 100%. So that's perfect. Then you go to stat if you want to find out your cubic. Go to quartreg, and you once again get a regression line of 100%. So they are both perfect. For option number B, we're taking a look at a box problem. The problem is a box is to be formed by cutting a square of x inches per side from each corner of a square piece that is 30 inches on each side and folding up the sides. This will give us a box whose height is x inches with the length of each side of the bottom 2 times less than the original length of the cardboard. To determine the equation that represents the volume of the box, all you have to do is take the width, 30 minus 2x, the length, 30 minus 2x, and the height, which is x, and plug it into an equation, which will be 30 minus 2x times 30 minus 2x times x. For B, what two x values would yield no box? All you have to do is take 30 minus 2x equal to 0, and all you have to do is get x by itself, and you'll end up with 15, and you'll end up with 0 because there's no y. So you'll have 0 and 15, and that will yield no box. For C, it asks what x value would yield the maximum volume of the box. For this, what I like to do is take out my calculator, plug in the equation 30 minus 2x times 30 minus 2x times x, go to graph. I just did zoom fit to get my graph. Then what you do is go second trace, go to maximum, then you want to bring your cursor to the left side of the problem, hit enter. That's your left bound. Then you want to go all the way to the right. Maybe I'm doing this a bit overkill, but I do not want to be wrong. Then you hit enter again, you get your right bound, you guess, and I got a maximum of 5, and that is the maximum of the box. Then it asks what is the maximum volume. To find the maximum volume, all you have to do is take your maximum, the x value that you got for C, and you want to plug it into the equation up here for every x. So you get 30 minus 2 times 5, 30 minus 2 times 5, multiply all that together times 5, and I got 2,000 inches for the maximum volume of the box. Alright, we are now moving on to option C. The table gives the total number of Starbucks stores in the world and in the United States for selected years from 2005 to 2017. Our first task is to create a scatter plot of the data. X equals number of years after 2000 and Y representing the total number of stores in the world. So all you have to do for this, it's very easy. All you have to do is go to stat, edit, and then you plug in all the numbers. I've already done that. Don't plug in 2005, all the 2000s, just all you have to do is 5, 6, 7, 8. If you do plug in the 2000s, you're going to get some very wacky, huge numbers. And make sure you don't plug in the US numbers, you just plug in the total numbers. And your stat plot should look something like that. Then if you look here, make sure you have your stat plot on, and you'll have that good to go. Then we move on to B, and it asks us to find a cubic model for the data that we just put in our stat plot. All you have to do for that is go to Calc. Oh wait. Notice, I have nothing in my Y1. I'm going to teach you guys a little trick. Stat, cubic reg, go to store regular Q, Y1, calculate. Then you get this equation, and that is the cubic model for B that was asked of us to obtain. Then for C, it asks us to graph the data in the cubic model on the same axis with the window 220 by 8000 2300. So the 220 is for the X min and X max. You just plug that in, and the 8000 and the 23,000 is just for the Y min and the Y max. And that part's very easy as well. And for the last part, it asks us, what does the model give us the projected total number of worldwide Starbucks stores for 2019? If you look, because we stored the equation in Y1, it immediately automatically put it in for us. Let me go to graph, and it'll give us the line of regression going through the points. Then all you have to do is hit second trace, value 19, enter, and we get 23,574 total Starbucks. That's all for today's lessons. We did options A through C. I hope that helped, and I hope I did it all correctly, or mostly correct. Have a great rest of the year, sister. Stay safe.